Stand by to launch FanStream Sports.
3, 2, 1. Let's start.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to FanStream Sports. Nothing but pure sports.
Today's episode is brought to you by the Highlands Performance Golf Center, North Dallas's premier golf practice facility with over 65 grass tees, 2 practice putting surfaces, a short game area, and an 18-hole mini golf course. With covered and heated tees, it's the best place to practice your game year-round. The Highlands Performance Golf Center is located in Carrollton on Trinity Mills, in between Marsh and Midway. Give them a call at 972-733-4111 or check them out on the web at highlandspgc.com. Hello, everybody. Welcome into another edition of From the Rough, America's favorite golf podcast. Live from the FanStream Sports Studios in North Dallas, I am IndyCarTim, joined alongside Mr. John the Gerber, PGA of America member, John Gerber. Hello, Johnny.
That was a pretty good intro for you. I
hadn't started drinking yet.
Yeah, well, please do. Please do. Please. You sure? Because you haven't been drinking all day, because I see the shorts you're wearing right now, and I love it. I love them. I gave them to you for a reason. Terry Purdom, but they don't need to see that.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Wow.
But
you know anything about real estate?
normally I only show that on my OnlyFans.
You know anything
You
about
got an
real estate?
OnlyFans?
I know everything about OnlyFans.
Oh,
I mean
boy.
real estate.
And to keep telling you, and I know you remember, but you forget that Nancy Gerber's watching the show.
Okay. I didn't show anything.
You just made her day by doing that, because she loves you. I think
loves
she
me.
loves you more than she loves me.
She should.
Well, I don't know why.
I've never done her wrong.
Well, are you saying I have?
Yeah.
Probably.
In your 51 years.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
At some point.
Yeah, she's all about you, and I'm kind of tired of it, to be honest with you.
Hey, nothing I can do about it.
When I call her, her first question is, "How's Tim doing?"
See?
Well, got to
That's
get
the
over
same
it.
thing, Gary. By the way, twisting and tweaking in the fish tank for us today, Mr. Gary Jackson. Hello, Gary.
Hello. How y'all
What's
doing
up,
today?
G?
How y'all doing?
He's going much through the same thing as you are with his mom, because when I produce their show for them on Tuesday nights here on the network, 7 p.m. Central Time, the Bottom Line Sports Talk Show. And their mom's a regular viewer, and
Yeah.
all she wants to do is correspond with me. She doesn't care about that until they start cussing. Then she wants to talk to them.
It's more Carrie than me.
It is Carrie.
And that's the beginning and the end in that show, boy. There's more cuss words going on in that show.
That's all Carrie, man.
I know.
That's mostly Carrie. I mean, I don't find any offense to when my mom asks about him, because
I get it.
I'm her son.
Because
so.
who wouldn't, right?
No, I understand why she might not like me sometimes.
But
Everybody's mom likes me.
I'm not saying I understand the mom appeal towards you, but I understand the mom appeal towards you.
Lots of people do.
Because he got a dad bod.
Well, he's
That's right.
got 1,400 kids, and
That I know of.
That's it.
We got a great show for everybody. We're going to recap the Honda Classic and Chris Kirk's unlikely win. We're going to get into a little bit of the Puerto Rico Open down there at Grand Reserve Golf Club. And then also, of course, the big news of the weekend, the Arnold Palmer, don't call it the API Invitational at Bay Hill Club and Lodge there in Orlando. I'm surprised Johnny's not going to be there this weekend.
I'm not
real surprised.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to Tampa in a couple weeks.
For the Valspar.
Yeah, I've been invited to do some on-course stuff there, do some play-by-play stuff at Valspar there in Tampa, which is a great honor. Listen, I'm trying to get there. I appreciate it from the network that's down there. It's invited me and to ask me to do some stuff, and I'm trying to get down there for it. So I had to take couldn't go to Orlando, come back and there. So I'm looking forward to Valspar. But great week at Arnold Palmer Invitational. It's always a star-studded event. They respect, Arnold going to the tournament like they kind of do Jack and things of that nature. And it doesn't help that it's an elevated event. So it's gonna be a great week, and looking forward to some winners for sure.
For sure. But before we get into any of that, we have to talk about the 2023 Honda Classic, as Chris Kirk breaks his 8-year-long drought with an emotional playoff win. Not just a win, but he won in a playoff of all things. Did you ever think Chris Kirk was going to win another tournament?
Yeah, I did. The guy's talented. You don't realize, man. The guy's played on a Ryder Cup team and 2 President's Cup teams, right? So you're looking at a guy like that, and I don't know if people know his backstory a little bit. He took a year off the tour for sobriety, and
he was messed up too.
Yeah, and he will tell you, and he's been very open and honest about his sobriety and things of that nature. And good for him, man. Listen, obviously he wasn't on our card, but if there's a guy that would win all the trials and tribulations that he's been through, yeah, good for that guy. And I'm not saying that these the elevated events are good or bad, but you're looking last week at Hamm, that wasn't an elevated event. It wasn't the strongest field in the world, but all these guys can play. And I'm not saying he wouldn't have won if it was an elevated event or not. But good for that guy, man. He's got some demons, and hopefully he continues to conquer those demons and stays on the right path. And this just goes to show fruits to his labor, man.
So he successfully fended off a very feisty Eric Cole in the playoff win for his 5th career PGA Tour victory and his first win in more than 8 years. The final pairing went back and forth on Sunday there in Palm Beach Gardens. 2 players, well, they're in their mid-30s, right? I mean, they're both around the same age. One article that I read likened it to a featherweight boxing match, kind of going back and forth with each other, But, man, Kirk finally able to come out in front. And I didn't watch the entire tournament. I did watch most of the final round, and it was weird because I didn't think either one of these guys were going to win it there for a little while.
Yeah, it's that golf course. The thing that was weird to me is it didn't get windy.
Yeah,
at all. I mean, the wind was it was nothing. And it can blow down there when it comes to the golf conditions and stuff like that. And the weather was really good, and the weather didn't blow, and that's rare this time of year down there. But what really surprised me, and I know he's going through some personal things with his uncle passing away, was Shane Lowry didn't make a move, dude. And
what's going on with him?
Well, he had death in the family.
Right,
it's kind of threw him off a little bit. But after everything that happened last year, having some of that misfortune going into the last hole, I thought he'd really make it. He shot like 2 under par on the weekend, man.
Right.
With no, non-windy conditions, very favorable conditions to score, and he just didn't get it done. And that really kind of surprised me. I thought he'd really make a move, and we bet him to make a move.
Yeah, you had him as one of your winners, didn't you?
We had him as one of our winners, but we also had him on a matchup to make a move on that Sunday, and he just didn't do it. And it's surprising, man. I don't understand what's going on with him. The guy's too talented. He's had some good success, but yeah, something's going on. It was surprising me.
So Chris Kirk, he hit his approach shot into the water in 18. He was ahead by 1. Hit that approach shot into the water in 18. I thought, well, crap, he didn't want to win it either, and it looked like he didn't. And he sort of put himself behind the 8 ball on that hole, and then he did it again as they went into extra holes. Missed the fairway on the first extra hole. He was able to save that, and then he stuck the approach shot. Cole birdied from 10 feet away, but Kirk ended up winning the thing. And again, even in the playoff, I'm like, can someone else still win it? Because neither one of these guys I thought were going to win it, even in the playoff.
Yeah, if you look at him coming down the stretch, it's very strange. First off, it was a little weird that he did go for it. And if he's going for it, that's not a pin you're going to go for. Right?
Yeah.
So he missed it. He missed that golf shot by 50 yards.
Right.
I mean,
easy.
50 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, his miss has got to be long left or back left bunker.
Right.
And he missed it right of the pin. And it hit and almost hit the car. Did you see
that?
Yeah,
yeah. Very close to the car.
Yeah, it was just a weird
You
shot.
win it if you hit it?
Well, you might get some tickets,
like
it a whack-a-mole or skee ball or something. You
claim it on your insurance.
Yeah, get some tickets. But but no, it was weird. It was, first off, it was weird that he actually went for it with a 1-shot lead. I mean, his wedge game seemed to be pretty good all week.
Right.
And then for him to hit that shot, it was, like I said, that was a 50-yard miss for him to even come close to hitting that on the right side of that flagstick. He was leaking oil. He was nervous, and it was, it really showed. But if you're really that nervous, lay up, make somebody beat you or actually tie you.
I mean, especially with a 1-stroke lead, put it on him to come back and tie you.
That's right.
And earn. Instead, you gave him the playoff.
He had 254, right? I mean, it's not that difficult shot for those guys, but it's still a golf shot over water that you have to hit. And I don't know, maybe that decision was a little off, but it panned out for him.
It paid off, but it very well might have backfired as well, and he'd
right.
still be looking for that elusive first win in 8 years. Let's get into our picks here for the Honda Classic, Johnny. Before we get into the Puerto Rico Open, as I finally had my second winner of the season.
You did?
I did. Got some music there for us. There we go.
I got you.
I had my winner as JT Poston. So every tournament, I pick a winner, a top 10, and a top 20. Sorry.
How's that a winner?
No, that's not it. I said for my winner, I had JT Poston,
Oh.
who tied for 63rd at +2. My top 10, we both missed this one because I had Hayden Buckley, who missed the cut.
Of course we did.
Of course we did. My top 20, however, almost said Colby. Johnny.
Same.
Brandon Wu tied for 14th at -6.
Woo woo.
I nailed my top 20. It's my second hit of the young season.
Woo woo.
And that's
Woo, woo.
that's but don't act like that's very good though. Hitting at the top.
I hit
You're-
one. I got 1 out of 3.
Yeah, but that's the second time you've hit all year.
That's what I'm saying. That's just my best. It's close. That's close.
Yeah.
But because I don't see any hits on your card. Let's get into Johnny's picks, though, brought to you by Golf Central Magazine over there at golfcentralmag.com. Johnny, what'd you do? Did you do better than me?
Well, you just said it, didn't you? I mean, you want to keep rubbing this thing in? Just cause, hey, listen.
Be proud of yourself.
Yeah,
I don't do it very often, okay?
It doesn't happen very
It
often.
doesn't.
And it actually doesn't happen very often. We just didn't get hit on the card. We just didn't. And we're in this little funk right now. And guys, listen, this is why we tell you play the system throughout the year. We're off to a bad stretch. We're in the red right now. I think we're minus 1360 for the year, 1,360 units. And we were 7-2-1 on matchups. We were 1-1-1 on matchups this week. Listen, it's been a slow year, to be honest with you. I mean, we're really transparent when it comes to these things. We're telling you what we're doing. We're telling you when we mess up. I would say another word, but I know my mother's listening.
Hello, Nancy.
I wish my brother was like that.
I know. But no, it wasn't. We're good. We had Shane Lowry as our winner at T5 at -9. The huge surprise for me, Denny McCarthy. I mean, what the hell, man? This guy's the best putter in the world. If he can just get it in the air, this guy makes the cut, and he missed the cut. Taylor Pendrith, T42 -2. Ham sandwich pick, Will Gordon, T42 at -5. Ryan Palmer, but we did it. Caveat to Ryan Palmer, we did say he was going to finish the top 10 if the wind was blowing.
Yep, and it wasn't.
And it wasn't. It was, it was very, very non-blowing. How about that?
It's a non-blowing wind.
Yeah, take that how you want. Carl Yuan, obviously that was a little flyer for me.
Mark.
Who the hell you're doing that?
By the way, Carl Yuan, when you made the pick, was +1,400.
Yeah,
So that's a flyer right
no
there.
cut. Top 20s, Hayden Buckley. We knew that was an X after we both picked it, so we knew we were in the books on that one. And Nick Hardy missed the cut also. So many missed cuts on this board. It doesn't happen very often for us, but this is why we tell you play the system throughout the year. Don't skip weeks. I know you guys are probably cussing me out right now. And hey, listen, I got big shoulders. I'm 6'1". I'm trying to get down to about 215. I'm about 225.
Aren't we
right
all?
now. So I'm a big guy. So everything you want to throw at me, I can take it. But listen, if you're going to throw it at me, when we create this success, and I think it starts this week, give me the accolades back too, right?
That's right.
Just don't cuss me out. You got to give me a little birthday gift or something like that too when we start rocking and rolling.
There you
And
go.
then
Talk that stuff.
And in all fairness, the unblowing wind is kind of what did you in here because you sort of preface all of your picks last week.
It did.
On, it's going to get windy at some point, and these are the guys that are going to play well when it does, and it just never happened, and that's okay. That's okay.
It didn't happen, and sometimes it happens. Sometimes, it happens.
Sometimes,
yes.
When there's only one pickle in the pickle jar, you just got to eat that pickle.
He been holding that one in. He been trying to get
He
one off.
has. Yeah. He tried to give you that layup for a drop there, G.
Yeah, we had it on the
didn't
board,
get it.
but
You didn't get it.
Hey, man.
he's still learning the golf drops.
I
I mean,
thought
there's
he
only
started learning-
3. There's
It's
only
like
3.
4.
There's only 4.
It's good.
Look, man, I threw you the alley oop, and you didn't even catch the ball.
Yeah, layup. There,
I'm like John. Give me my credit when I get it right now.
That's
All
right.
right. All right. We're going to get into the 2023 Puerto Rico Open coming up. But first, a quick break. We are from the rough, and we will be right back after this.
Hello, sports fans. FanStream Sports.
Jeeves Law Group. I've known Scott Jeeves for quite some time, and he's just like us, a huge college football fan, but he's not just another PI attorney. He is a ferocious advocate for his clients. Scott Jeeves is a board-certified civil trial lawyer and a certified circuit court mediator practicing in Tampa Bay for over 30 years. He is an AV preeminent rated civil trial lawyer and certified circuit court mediator. Folks, these designations are not just given out. They're given only to the best trial attorneys. But more than anything, Scott takes these cases personally. I've heard it from his clients. He's a fighter you want on your side. Insurance companies hate it when they see you're represented by Jeeves. He's just different. 727-894-2929 or go to JeevesLawGroup.com. That's JEEVES lawgroup.com and tell him JP sent you.
Guys, let me tell you about Bay Area Modern Medical Center. Are you experiencing low sex drive, fatigue, hot flashes, moodiness, and you just don't feel like you have the vitality you once had? You're not just getting old, it's likely low testosterone. Studies over the last 20 years show a shocking decline in younger males aged 16 to 39. Older men have seen a sharp decline as well. Do something about it. Go see my friend Christopher Lugo at Bay Area Modern Medicine. Testosterone replacement is not a frivolous treatment. It takes a professional targeted approach that focuses on total body wellness, vitality, and emotional stability. Not a one-size-fits-all approach like many clinics use. They will monitor your blood work and adjust your treatment as needed for optimal results. Call 844-977-3477 or go to BAMMC.com.
Now is the time to make sure your home insurance is in order. In the last year, many of us have made improvements to our homes. So call the folks at Italiano and discuss these upgrades to make sure you have enough coverage. According to a recent report, almost 64% of homeowners don't have enough insurance on their home, which is their most valuable asset. Also, a great time to make sure you have flood insurance. Even if your mortgage company does not require flood insurance, your home could still be at flood risk. Another big item as we enter hurricane season is making sure your pool enclosure is added to your policy and there will be no issue at claim time. That happens a lot. So call your friendly agent at Italiano Insurance to review your policies today. 813-877-7799 or ItalianoInsurance.com. Attention, if you are home shopping or looking for a refinance, and even if you already have the approval letter, you must call my man Scott Fitzgerald at American Mortgage Services. Scott has a brand new program available in the greater Tampa Bay area called the Community Advantage Loan Program. Get this, no money down, no mortgage insurance, no points, no origination fee, purchase or refinance, and loan amounts up to $647,000. Now, there are some application requirements. It must be a single-family home, one unit, primary residence, and have a minimum 640 credit score. The program only applies to certain neighborhoods, so you have to call to find out if you qualify. So call Scott Fitzgerald at 813-294-7595 or email him at scott@amstampa.com. Now, even if you don't qualify for that program, Scott will shop your loan around, get you the best rates, and won't charge you the huge upfront fees. And if you've had issues with your bank calling you back, Scott will return calls immediately or at least the same day. 813-294-7595 or email him, scott@amstampa.com. Scott Fitzgerald, MLS 386722, American Mortgage Services, 1000 North Ashland Drive, Suite 1020, Tampa, Florida.
Coming back at you. Now, more Fan Stream Sports.
Welcome back to From the Rough. I'm IndyCarTim. That is Johnny the G-Man Gerber. And inside the fish tank, twisting and tweaking, is Mr. Gary Jackson.
Thank you for taking the torquing away.
Mm-hmm.
We only do that's only on the other show.
Oh, my goodness.
He's planking and torquing on the other show.
Only plank.
Not on the golf show.
Only plank.
Because Nancy's watching.
Thank you.
Gotta love Nancy.
I do too.
We do love you, Nancy. We got to get her on the show one of these days.
I told you that's not happening.
I'll get her.
She'd only do it for you, I promise.
I know. It doesn't have to be long. Maybe we'll do it off the air. We'll interview her. Get some Johnny stories.
Please no.
That's
Baby
what
Johnny
we need.
stories.
That's
No.
what we need, baby Johnny.
The
stories.
Gerber
No.
baby stories.
No, this is a golf show. Please, let's keep it moving.
So
He's getting
boys,
shy.
we have one of those so-called alternate events this weekend, as the boys that were invited are going to Orlando. Those who are not invited get to go to Puerto Rico to the Grand Reserve Golf Club, par 72, 7,506 yards. I don't know what the purse was. I couldn't find it. It's probably like $12.
No, it's a good purse. I mean,
Is it? I couldn't find it anywhere.
I mean, they changed a little bit this year. To go back, I played in this event 3 times when it was a sanctioned event. So I know.
Was that one of the mini tour stops?
Yeah.
The Puerto Rican PGA?
Yes, Lance. Yeah, you got it, Lance. I played in this event when it was, same thing. It was a tour event, and so I played it 3 times, and you still get the points. They changed some things this year when the qualifications. I believe you, if you do win, I mean the money's still good, but I think you obviously get your exemptions, but I still think you get in the Masters.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
For these alternate field events that you will get in the Masters. But hey, listen, let's be honest, guys. It's still a PGA Tour event, man.
Yep. It's still gonna be hard to win.
I just found that purse for y'all too. 3.8 billion overall. The winner gets 684,000.
That's it.
That's what that's what I just found. Got up a couple different ones.
You sure? I thought it was a little bit more than that. But
I get some confirmation, but it is like after looking at a couple.
Sounds about right.
Okay.
4 million, just under 4 million.
Okay. All right. Still
But
pretty good.
you've got some guys that got their first tour wins here, some notable guys.
That's right.
Victor Hovland in 2019, Tony Finau in 2016. And when you've got an alternate field event like this, they don't like to call it that anymore, right?
They do.
Do they still call it?
Yeah, they call it alternate field. Yeah,
okay,
that's fine.
Obviously all the big guys are up in Orlando, so it gives a lot of these other guys that are lower ranked players way bigger opportunity to win.
And it's more so not really the underranked play; it's the rookies, right? Or getting some starts, right? I mean, even if you finish in the top 5, if you're not even exempt, you finish in the top 5 or top 10. Sorry, you automatically get in next week. And you still get the points, man. I mean, it's all about
that's
the
big thing.
You're getting you are getting the points. And listen, we talk about this all the time. There's not a bad player out there, man. That's why they're playing. That's why they're playing the big tour. And I like it because it just gives some start to some guys that maybe you don't really heard of. I don't really handicap it fully like I do with the main tour event, but we do pick some winners. Remember, was it 2 years ago when we had that good run? We hit over a little 70. We won both events.
Yeah.
We won the API and we won the Puerto Rico event. So it was a massive week. I think we got like 18 grand or something that week that we really killed it. But looking forward to it this week for sure.
So yeah, a lot of long shots are going to be near the top of the board on this one again with the alternate field. So some of the names that are coming out, I think when you're looking at the even the favorites to win this, you've got guys like Nate Lashley, Ben Martin, Nate Lashley's the favorite at 16-1, Ben Martin at 20-1. So that should tell you a little something right there. Other notable guys in the field: Eric Van Rooyen. Gotta love that mustache, but I hate his pants.
Monopoly man.
He's the Monopoly. I can't stand those pants though, dude. I just don't know about that.
You saying anything? You saying something about pants?
I was about to say, I don't know if you can talk today.
Come on, dog.
I'm not playing on the tour.
What?
He may not be either much longer.
You sure you're not? Because you act like you play on the tour.
No,
all
I
the
act
time.
like I could if I wanted.
Yeah, that's right.
Could you though?
Ryan Armour, your boy Carl Yuan. I said that right.
Yeah, you did.
So there's names out there, but it's going to be one of these things where somebody's going to get their first tour win. I think, and that's a good thing for the tour.
Yep.
I just hope this thing gets the coverage. And I know they've been covering these alternate field events a little more and more, like on Golf Channel and ESPN and all that stuff. They're not sending the full crews out there still, but they're getting quite a bit of coverage.
And Puerto Rico's not a bad place to go.
It's not bad. There's a lot of Puerto Ricans there.
That's why it's called Puerto Rico.
If you like that kind of thing,
I do.
Okay.
I do. I got caught up. This is I can't. I was going to say something, but it's got to be off air. Maybe commercial break. We'll talk about one of my incidents in that tournament where I almost got married
in Puerto Rico.
Well, yeah,
on purpose.
No,
or did you lose a bet?
No, I didn't lose a bet, but it was just she was beautiful.
Was she Puerto Rican?
Yeah.
It's like the Vegas of the equator.
I like the Puerto Rican woman.
It's nowhere near the equator.
What did you just say?
Wow.
I said near, not there.
No, you said of the.
Yeah, of the
near.
Near.
That it's not actually. It's not even near the equator.
Nowhere near the equator.
No, it's not.
Just stay over there twisting and tweaking and playing.
Wow.
That's pretty fun. So yeah, you got some guys that are, like I said, they're on these odds here. That Cameron Percy at 30-1. Your boy Akshay Bhatia
Yeah.
I say that right. Bachtia.
Just don't say it again.
You don't know how to say it, do you?
Yeah, God bless. Yeah, I do.
So yeah, let's go ahead and get into our picks then, because you only did top 10, so I only did top 10.
Yep.
As I've got my first top 10, Andrew Novak at plus 250. I like that dude. I like his name, Novak. Reminds me of Kim Novak. You know who Kim Novak was?
No.
She was a famous actress back in the golden days of Hollywood.
She was on Golden Girls?
No.
Oh.
No, the silver screen, the big screen.
Oh.
She was hot too back in the day. Akshay Bhatia.
Was she like a Western? Like Western?
No, more. She co-starred with Cary Grant a couple times and Jimmy
I know
Stewart
that
a couple
name.
times.
Okay.
Black
and white movies.
Yes, the best kind of movies. Scott Piercy at plus 265. Which there's a lot of guys down on him right now. I think he's due, especially in a field like this.
Yeah, you look at a guy that's got a super talent. You know, thing of Scott Piercy, I'm surprised he hasn't went to live yet. He's like the perfect guy to go to live.
Right? Well, maybe he's loyal.
I know he's not.
Well, he's not there yet, so you never know.
I think that he wanted more money just because his ego. One of my buddies that now caddies for Sam Burns, caddied for him for a long time. So I know a little insight about Scott Piercy. He's the guy that should go.
Yeah.
Right.
Not quite though.
Yeah, I don't know, but
is that something he'd do though? Like just
yeah,
not enough money in it. I mean, he's gonna make more money there than he is here
for sure.
Shout out to Sam.
Then why
Burns.
not go?
Yeah. Oh, well, he's Scott Piercy.
Why don't we get him on the phone?
That'd be dope.
And ask him, hey,
next week.
How come you ain't gone to live yet?
Next week.
And what did they offer you? And we'll top it.
They can't really tell. They can't really say. They have an NDA when it comes to money.
Yeah, but it gets out somehow.
It does
for all these guys
because they want it to get out.
Right.
They want it, but they can't say it.
It's a fake NDA.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Johnny's Picks brought to you by Golf Central Magazine over at golfcentralmag.com. Got a new issue coming out here, in just a few days?
Yeah.
We got to hurry and get our article in for it.
It's going to be a nice little profile on you and Colby and the new show and everything that's going on with the new show. So look forward to that new article we're going to write for Golf Central Magazine. And
a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Who'd you have on your top 10 card here, Johnny?
Well, we had Akshay Bhatia, but since you picked him again, we are.
You can't take it back now.
I can't because I already placed the bet. But I wish you would tell me something up front, so I just don't blowtorch.
No, it's a secret. Hey, I signed an NDA, right?
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. See what I did?
You know what NDA means to you? Don't do it, asshole.
That would be DDA.
Same thing.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I tried to dummy it down.
Yeah, you did. I still didn't understand.
So we do have Akshay Bhatia plus 275 finishing the top 10. So this alternate field event, I don't pick the winners like I do for the big event. I don't pick the winners, top 10, top 20s. I usually just pick the top 10s. 2 years ago, we did pick the winner in a full field, but I just don't feel it this week. This week, obviously because we've been struggling through the year. So I want to get some winners on the board for everybody that are following, so I don't get all these hate emails anymore. So
are you going to do matchups for?
We're going to do matchups for both. We are going to do matchups that way. So I like it that way. But we did Akshay Bhatia plus 275, Ryan Armour at plus 425 to finish in the top 10. Listen to me when I tell you this.
Seems like a good
Bet
number.
Ryan Armour at 425. Great value, finishing the top 10. Loves the golf course, good win player. He's a guy, it's a journeyman on the PGA Tour. He's a friend of the show. Get him on your board at plus 425. And our last top 10 pick for the Puerto Rican Open is Bryce Garnett at plus 500.
So tell me a little bit about this course down here. Is this the same course you were playing? I mean, there's probably not a lot of rotation of courses, is there?
Yeah, it's not the same golf course. This is a new resort. We played a little bit further south, but here's what it's going to tell you. The wind's blowing. It's going to blow. I don't give a shit what had happened last week in Palm Beach. You're playing on an island. The wind is going to blow at some point, and it's going to blow. So you're looking at guys that are grinders and good ball strikers to hit the ball a little bit lower. So it's an open golf course. It's very similar to like a Florida golf course. There's going to be water. There's water on 15 holes. It's very wide open. It's not tree line. It's very flat. So, the wind is going to be predominantly the issue on playing the golf course, right? I mean, that's going to be the kind of the guardian of the golf course. If the wind doesn't blow, then it's 7,500 yards. But these guys hit it plenty far. It never plays that long, right?
Yeah.
But the only defense for the golf course if the wind blows. So we'll see, man. Like I said, I like guys who are playing well. Bryce Garnett, I like Bryce. I thought there was a lot of value at 500. He played well last couple weeks, so I think there's some good value. And Ryan Armour, bet Ryan Armour. If the one bet I like 5-star this week, at Ryan Armour finished top 10 into it's Puerto Rico.
Did you have any guys here just absolutely to stay away from that are just that you don't see at all like making the cut?
Well, I mean, obviously, Aste Batia, we're screwed there. I mean, it's probably the worst thing.
Yeah, nobody bet Aste Batia now because we both got him.
I mean, you look at the field like this, right? I mean, all these guys are going to be grinding. Some of the new starters are really going to be grinding.
What about Harry Higgs? Always like Harry Higgs.
Is he playing?
Yeah.
I think Harry likes to have a little bit more fun.
Can he have fun in Puerto Rico?
Yeah, you could have a lot of fun in Puerto Rico.
Stay
out of the casinos, though.
Trying to find the odds on him. I saw it a minute ago.
I don't like him in this event.
You know, just because of where it is.
Nah, I don't like him.
40-1, Harry Higgs.
What's Johnny Vegas?
Is he playing?
Yeah.
Johnny Vegas is not on our odds list.
Is he playing API?
Huh. Yeah, I don't.
He might be playing Arnold Palmer. He's played well. He hasn't. Well, long story short, he hasn't played well last few weeks, but he might have got an Arnold Palmer.
Yeah, maybe. I don't have him on here either.
He's playing somewhere. If he's not playing API, he's going to play there.
Yeah, I don't have him on it, but I don't have all of them for API here pulled up right now. All right, well, good enough. There's your picks for Johnny. Again, stay away from Batia.
Yeah.
Just like you should have stayed away from Buckley last week.
That's right.
We will talk 2023 Arnold Palmer Invitational there at Bay Hill. We're going to take another quick break. We will be back. We are From the Rough. We'll be back after this.
Hello, sports fans. FanStream Sports.
Jeeves Law Group. I've known Scott Jeeves for quite some time, and he's just like us, a huge college football fan, but he's not just another PI attorney. He is a ferocious advocate for his clients. Scott Jeeves is a board-certified civil trial lawyer and a certified circuit court mediator practicing in Tampa Bay for over 30 years. He is an AV preeminent rated civil trial lawyer and certified circuit court mediator. Folks, these designations are not just given out. They're given only to the best trial attorneys. But more than anything, Scott takes these cases personally. I've heard it from his clients. He's a fighter you want on your side. Insurance companies hate it when they see you're represented by Jeeves. He's just different. 727-894-2929 or go to JeevesLawGroup.com. That's JEEVES lawgroup.com and tell him JP sent you.
Guys, let me tell you about Bay Area Modern Medical Center. Are you experiencing low sex drive, fatigue, hot flashes, moodiness, and you just don't feel like you have the vitality you once had? You're not just getting old, it's likely low testosterone. Studies over the last 20 years show a shocking decline in younger males aged 16 to 39. Older men have seen a sharp decline as well. Do something about it. Go see my friend Christopher Lugo at Bay Area Modern Medicine. Testosterone replacement is not a frivolous treatment. It takes a professional targeted approach that focuses on total body wellness, vitality, and emotional stability. Not a one-size-fits-all approach like many clinics use. They will monitor your blood work and adjust your treatment as needed for optimal results. Call 844-977-3477 or go to BAMMC.com.
Now is the time to make sure your home insurance is in order. In the last year, many of us have made improvements to our homes. So call the folks at Italiano and discuss these upgrades to make sure you have enough coverage. According to a recent report, almost 64% of homeowners don't have enough insurance on their home, which is their most valuable asset. Also, a great time to make sure you have flood insurance. Even if your mortgage company does not require flood insurance, your home could still be at flood risk. Another big item as we enter hurricane season is making sure your pool enclosure is added to your policy and there will be no issue at claim time. That happens a lot. So call your friendly agent at Italiano Insurance to review your policies today. 813-877-7799 or ItalianoInsurance.com. Attention, if you are home shopping or looking for a refinance, and even if you already have the approval letter, you must call my man Scott Fitzgerald at American Mortgage Services. Scott has a brand new program available in the greater Tampa Bay area called the Community Advantage Loan Program. Get this, no money down, no mortgage insurance, no points, no origination fee, purchase or refinance, and loan amounts up to $647,000. Now, there are some application requirements. It must be a single-family home, 1 unit, primary residence, and have a minimum 640 credit score. The program only applies to certain neighborhoods, so you have to call to find out if you qualify. So call Scott Fitzgerald at 813-294-7595 or email him at scott@amstampa.com. Now, even if you don't qualify for that program, Scott will shop your loan around, get you the best rates, and won't charge you the huge upfront fees. And if you've had issues with your bank calling you back, Scott will return calls immediately or at least the same day. 813-7595 or email him, scott@amstampa.com. Scott Fitzgerald.
We've been doing this for a while, right? There we go. We're getting there, guys.
Oh, let's see. Is this right here?
Picks, to be honest with you. There we go. You had to rethink your picks. There it is. There we go. We are back.
Still bad luck.
We are back.
Just got a question for you, Johnny.
Johnny Carson. would
My
say.
guy ain't been drinking enough in there.
That's what it
I
is.
need you to get some of that Patron we got out on the green.
I mean,
man.
maybe. But
Yeah, that's what's the question?
Where's Mills?
That's right. That is right. That is right. We are. Go ahead and play that intro. And I know Mills. Listen, we got to entice him. Go ahead and play that.
Where's Mills? Where's Mills? Where's Mills? Where's Mills?
This is just a teaser, and I have been working on Mills to get back on the show. Now, as we continue to progress, we're going to do 3 or 4 shows a week. He promised me that he will get back on 1 day a week. We don't know what that is because he doesn't know either. Like,
It's got to be Wednesday.
well, you never know what Mills. Like, so first off, he said we had to renegotiate his contract, and I did that.
Yeah, we cut his pay in half.
I renegotiated his contract. I did. And here's the stipulation. He told me he would do it again if I brought him 5 cases of 805 back from Texas.
He don't want no 805. He drinks Blue Moon.
No, he
which is
doesn't.
Infinitely better than 805.
805. I love 805. And I'm not a beer drinker, but he loves it. He got hip to it in California, and he loves it. And he said, if you bring me cases of 805 back
They
from
not sell it up there?
No.
Well, then there's probably a reason.
Can't.
Just saying. Wait, are they going to be a sponsor of ours?
Maybe.
I doubt it. I'd rather have Blue Moon
No.
or Roller Town.
Roller Town. Whatever.
I like Blue Moon, but I mean, the 805s are great.
Whatever.
wouldn't say
I love
great.
805.
I like to.
I like 805.
I mean, it was okay.
So
It's not a bad.
So
movie.
we will be getting the Mills segment back soon. I just don't know when. It's cold up there in Ohio right now, but he's still playing golf. So we're gonna have the Mills segment back, and once we get it back, we're gonna keep it. So
Where's Mills?
be
We'll think
ready,
about it.
Mills.
We'll think about it. Boys, the Arnold Palmer Invitational from Bay Hill, the par 72, 7,466 yards. We were talking about the purse for the Puerto Rico being $3.8 million, if that is indeed a fact. Johnny, you know what the purse is without looking at the run sheet? Because I already told you.
It's probably with the elevated event. It's probably between 15 to 20 mil.
$20 million.
Yeah,
is the purse.
there we go.
I think the winner gets 19 million and everybody splits the rest.
That sounds about right.
Great would that be?
Is that like FedEx Cup playoffs?
Yes,
The final
yes.
of the FedEx Cup.
The Florida swing finally kicks off. This is your favorite swing, isn't it?
It
Your
is,
favorite time
man.
of the tour, time of the year?
You know, it's just one of those for years for me is, being in Florida for so long is that, I always felt like the tour kind of started in Florida, right? Like when the season really got going, the guys always, majority of the guys on the PGA Tour live there now. And I always just felt like with the warm weather and, just watching shit up north and you're cold and you see the tour and you see the warm weather and see these events. I always felt like the PGA Tour season kind of started
Right.
when once they hit Florida. And, the cool part is I like the way they're kind of doing it now. So last week, the first part, the golf course wasn't very difficult. The rough wasn't up, and they kind of eased their way into the, from the West Coast swing. This week, it's not going to be high rough, right? It's going to play firm. Hopefully the weather's good. The wind's going to blow. Then you're gradually getting harder, right? And then you're going to get a Players Championship, which is a brutal test for the most part. And I like why they moved the Players Championship back to March. So it plays a little bit slower. They can grow the rough a little bit more. And then from what I hear from my contacts down in Tampa for Valspar, the last leg of the Florida, it's going to be the hardest test.
Really? In Valspar?
Valspar. Well, the golf course, first off, that's probably the hardest golf course out of all of them anyways. It's very tight, very demanding off the tee, very long. They've grown that rough up. And, they've grown it up to 3, 4, 5 inches. It's going to be for the tournament. And when you start talking about that type of rough in Bermuda, that's like playing U.S. Open type.
Right.
So that's what they want. So I like the way they gradually work those guys into kind of that Florida swing, the Florida form, different grasses coming back from the West Coast. So I really like what they're doing. And I think it's a great addition that bringing Valspar back into that Florida swing.
So you've got 44 of the top 50 players in the world playing here, and you've got to go back to the 2022 Open at St. Andrews to have anything close to a field like that.
Well, the 6 that's not playing is the 6 that's on live.
Right.
Right. So basically you have everyone that's qualified in the top 50 that's available that are playing this week. So that's a little bit of a testament. They always had a strong field because of Arnold, but that's also a testament of the elevated field events. But I'm not saying they're required to play this event because it's elevated event, but they're required to play this event.
Is that right?
Yeah.
They're off the record required to play?
Yes.
Kind of?
Yes.
World number 1, John Rahm. And that's something else I want to talk about. We've had three different world number 1s since the season started already?
Yeah, it's good.
I mean, talk about competition here.
Yeah.
So John Rahm, the current world number 1, will headline the action. He's looking for his 4th victory of the season already. He has raised the trophy in 5 of his last 9 worldwide starts.
You're going to miss a cut this week.
You think?
Write that down.
Mark.
Check for
You know what? I'm going to write that down. John Rahm.
Check for Gerb.
John Rahm misses the cut.
When's the last time he's played well on Bermudas?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what his girl situation is right now.
Her name's not Bermuda.
Well, it might be.
No, son. John Rahm?
Yeah. He might have a Bermuda out there. We've all got our own Bermuda, right?
Let's keep going.
Patrick Cantlay, Justin Thomas, and Xander Schauffele are among the game's elite who are also making a rare showing at Bay Hill. I know you said they don't have to play there, but they do have to play there. How long has it been since Arnie died?
It's 7 years.
Has it been that long already?
It's been that long. Yeah. Yeah, it's been that long.
Do you see this in maybe with the way they set the tournaments up these days? It's a far cry from when, and I always liken all of these courses, these tournaments to our local tournament, the Byron Nelson, and it really lost a lot of its luster after he passed. You know, Tiger quit going. A lot of guys quit going because he was gone, and especially after his widow died, especially people just. And again, I think that was a product though of kind of where it was too. Has a lot to do with that.
Yeah, a little bit.
Bad course.
Yeah, the golf course that for the Byron Nelson, they hated it.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was a bad golf course.
TBC in Las Colinas, it was terrible.
It fit terrible in the schedule because then you have, I mean, you got Colonial, those guys want to play, and then the week after you got Memorial, so they're playing those two events. Right. So it was just one of those tournaments that Byron Nelson. The golf course is not very good. It's always windy. They don't really like it. So that's
a lot of elevation for a Texas.
That's why you always got a soft field, right? The Texas guys always try to support it, but outside that, it really wasn't. On the opposite side, it doesn't really matter where you're from. The revirement and the golf course, how good it is, how good the weather is. I mean, Byron Nelson, you get some shitty weather here in May too. Yeah. You get cold.
You get a lot of rain.
You don't know what you're going to get. Yeah. I mean, for the most part, you know what you're going to get down there at Bay Hill, and they love the golf course. I played there a bunch, through college and things like that nature. So I know the golf course well. It can get tricky, man. If the wind blows, it can get tricky. There's so many dog legs out there. That experience is going to be key. That's why you see Tiger won so many times. That's why you see a lot of repeat champions out there. So, listen, man, we'll see. This is the most confident I've been through our gaming part that I've been all year. And a little bit of it too is just because we haven't really jumped over the threshold yet and had great success. But this is the week I really feel confident on our picks.
Looking at some of the favorites, John Rahm at 6-1. Of course, you got Rory and McIlroy, and you said they never do this, but I see them doing this all the time in golf odds. They have Rory McIlroy is listed at 17-2.
Yeah,
you say they never do that.
Stupid.
I don't get it. Why wouldn't it just be 8.5-1?
I don't know.
I need to ask Caesar Sportsbook.
Well, there's never a half. You never. Have
I know, but there's a 2.
It's just
understand betting.
Of course you don't. I know.
I know how to make picks. I just don't know how to gamble.
You don't know how to make picks.
Scotty Scheffler at 9-1. My boy Max Homa, 16-1. Former winner Victor Hovland at 18-1. Zalatoris at 18-1. A guy I'd like to see do a lot better on the tour, and I don't know why he doesn't. Maybe you can explain to me. Patrick Cantlay at 22-1. Does he just not have the eye of the tiger in him, personally and in his game?
He's a soft Southern California kid, man. What do you want?
What else? What do you say about Morikawa too, though? And he seems to have that, though.
He has what?
I mean, he's more successful than Cantlay.
Yeah. I mean, by his majors, yeah. I mean, Patrick Cantlay. Write this down. I think I made a bold.
Sound like my dad. Write this down. Write this down.
Well, I'm just telling you. I made a.
Write it down.
But usually when I tell you to write it down, it comes true.
All right.
Does it or not?
Maybe. I've never written anything down before.
Patrick Cantlay is going to win the U.S. Open at LA Country Club.
U.S. Open.
Yep. That's what.
Well, because it's in California.
Well, the thing is with him, man, he's just so. I'm not. Listen, he's so stoic. He's like he's. I don't know, man. It's hard for me to root for the guy, to be honest with you. I know he's super talented. I don't like him in this type of grass. I just don't like him in Bermuda. I like him on the other side. So, Patrick Cantlay is going to win the U.S. Open. Just telling you.
All right. I wrote it down, so we'll see.
And this isn't the U.S. Open.
No, I know, but I wrote it down,
okay.
So we'll check back when that time comes.
All right.
Let's get into our picks, as I usually pick your winner, your top 10, and your top 20.
God, you gooned me again.
No, you gooned me.
Oh, I gooned you.
Yeah.
Oh.
I made these picks way before I got yours.
Oh, okay.
My winner, Johnny, Will Zalatoris at 18-1. We're effed.
Yep.
My top 10, Cameron Young at plus 300. And my top 20, Ricky Fowler at plus 220.
Ricky's not a bad play.
I'm waiting. I need Ricky to be better. I need Ricky to be old Ricky again very soon.
He's getting there. I
He's
think
working on it.
Yeah, he's getting some great things. So why do you give me a little insight why you picked Cameron? Did you flip a coin?
I picked his name from about 3 other names that I was going to pick.
What was the other 3? The ones that were on my list, so you didn't say shit?
One, yeah. As a matter of fact, one of them was I did add Hovland and Keegan Bradley.
I appreciate you.
That I was thinking about.
I appreciate you so much. You know, that's the nicest thing you ever did for me, right? Is not to pick.
Wait,
those.
that's the nicest?
It is pretty.
Man,
close.
I suck as a person then.
Yeah, pretty close.
I'm a really bad friend.
Yeah, we're friends.
You said it.
I thought we were.
Okay.
Now we're just workplace proximity associates. Johnny's Picks brought to you by Golf Central Magazine, golfcentralmag.com. Go check out their latest issue here coming out with a little feature of us in there. We've got our new little piece that we like to throw in there to throw a little podcast information, a little bit of golf stuff from Johnny's side of it, and then some humor and ridiculousness from my end of it. Who you got on your card, Johnny?
Well, despite what you said, and this is maybe the week since you won, you had one winner last week.
Did.
You know, you get a little full of yourself in
A
those
little bit.
Turf Life pants. I know you are in those Turf Life shorts. So
Show it off.
I don't think you're going to give me this week with our Will Zalatoris pick.
All right.
I think
You think he's going to be better than both of us put together?
I think no, better than you for sure. But you know,
Okay.
yeah,
Well, you picked them too.
I did. Will Zalatoris at 18-1 is our number one spot. Despite what Tim says, I really think he's trending well. He likes the golf course. And if you look at these picks, they're all ball strikers. And I'm depending a little bit that the wind is going to blow. And there's no way it's not. You're not going to go 2 weeks in a row without the wind blowing in Florida. So look at Will Zalatoris to have an opportunity to win the golf tournament. Second pick, again, Victor Hovland, 22-1. He loves the golf course, plays well here. Chipping is not an issue. If there's any flaw in Victor Hovland's game, it is his chipping. He loves to chip around here. It's not a very difficult place to chip around. There's not a high elevation when it comes to greens, up and down. So you look for him to have a good week. And again, look at the guys I'm picking. Ball striking is key this week, guys. Key this week, and you'll see this as we continue to go on our matchups also. So third pick, great value here, guys. Great value. Sung J.M. at 33-1. I'm super surprised. This guy went all the way down to 33-1. I really like him this week. Sung J.M. at 33. Ham sandwich pick. Listen, don't be surprised if this guy's on the top of the leaderboard after the first round, 2 rounds. We'll see how it's stamina. Keegan Bradley at 70-1. Massive value here. Whether you take him to win outright or you take him to top 10, top 20, massive value. One of the best ball strikers, especially driving the golf ball on the PGA Tour. Been playing well, had great success here. Always plays well here at Bay Hill. Always plays well here. And I like him at 70-1 in that long shot ham sandwich pick. 2 top 10s pick this week, guys. Jason Day at plus 245. I like the way he's been playing. He looks really, really healthy. And I just like the way he's playing, man. I like the way he's walking around. You know, I don't know what else to tell you. The guy just looks simply healthy, and I like him to finish in the top 10. Second top 10 pick this week, Keith Mitchell at plus 425. Surprised me he was plus 425 to finish in the top 10. The only reason I think could be a little bit off is he's been playing a lot of golf. Is he refreshed? Is he healthy? He took last week off, even though he won the golf tournament. It was weird for me last week. He didn't play last week. Mm-hmm. But he won the golf tournament before. So it was weird. So it was a little weird. You know why? Because it's not an elevated event.
Oh, there you go.
So you look at him, I think he's a little rested. It surprised me he was at 425 to finish the top 10. But Cashmere Keith is what they call him on the PGA Tour. Look for him to finish in that top 10. 2 top 20 picks this week. If the wind blows, guys, listen, if it blows.
It's a big if.
Tommy Fleetwood plus 240 to finish in the top 20. If it's windy, look for him to win the golf tournament. I didn't like him to win the golf tournament just because I don't know the variables. I'm not a meteorologist, but I try to be one on the radio.
I was a junior meteorologist when I was in 5th grade for Channel 5 News.
What'd they tell you?
They told me not to grow up to be a meteorologist.
You're a windy person.
I'm full of wind.
You're
full of hot
wind?
air.
Oh, that's right. And our last pick and our last winner this week is Gary Woodland, plus 250 to finish in that top 20 spot. Great success there. Loves the golf tournament. Great ball spot. Great ball striker. Look at these picks, guys, that I picked this week. All very, very good ball strikers. And even if the wind blows, we sprinkle a few guys there that play well in the wind. So that's what we're looking at this week. Great week to bounce back. We've had great success in this tournament for picking winners and success, and on top of the Puerto Rican Open events with those top 10 picks. So bounce back. We're going to get back on the positive side this week, and we were definitely going to have some matchups for you this week as we continue to get back on the good side of this of the betting year.
Very, very nice. We will do it, and I guess we will be back on Monday, right?
Yeah,
we're gonna pull down a Monday from the rough.
Yeah, we're gonna start doing Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. Just a lot of demand for the show.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of great things coming up for FanStream Sports. We got their app that we just launched, so we're gonna be filling that app up Monday, Wednesday, Friday from the rough, and a lot of our great shows. And then look for us on coming soon on RHS TV. We will be live there, probably,
which is also an app that you can download at your leisure.
Probably from the rough live. We'll be starting maybe April, maybe. Okay. I know your guys' show's coming up along with JP Peterson. Colby Sapp and IndyCarTim is going to be the next feature on that show. And I think From the Rough is going to be the next one. Probably around the Masters. I think we're going to launch it on that.
That'd be great. That'd be a good time to do it.
Yeah, on the channel, and you can follow that channel on Roku TV, Amazon TV, anywhere you get your streaming.
Apple TV.
Yeah, so
Fire Stick.
We're looking forward to those live shows on RHS.
So yeah, start looking for your FanStream Sports app available on iOS and Android, and also go ahead and download the Red House Streaming TV RHS TV app available for Android and iOS, and get those on your phone and get them ready, because we're about to come at you right on those. All of our live shows on our network will be available on the app, as well as on-demand podcasts that we don't have as far as live shows go. So go ahead and get that downloaded. It's available now. We're going to have our shows loaded on them here pretty soon for you. But we will be back on Monday to recap the Arnold Palmer Invitational as well as the Puerto Rico Open, and have some PGA Tour and some Live Golf news for you as well. And then probably on Wednesday to talk to preview the Players Championship that is coming up. And then Friday's show will probably be like a recap of what happened on Thursday, and maybe some matchups going into the weekend.
Probably a little more gambling, I think, maybe on Fridays. We'll talk about some more matchups and stuff on the Fridays. Might be a little shorter show, but it'd be a little bit more informative show when it comes to the gambling part of in matchups, and the gambling part of the PGA Tour and making some more money. Anytime we have opportunities to make y'all some money, we're going to try.
So that'll wrap it up for today. We want to give a special thanks to Highlands Performance Golf Center, Golf Central Magazine, and of course, Turf Life. Turf Life is a brand that salutes the consumer and the industry players everywhere whose lives involve turf. It addresses the games we play and the jobs we do. Turf Life showcases sports, business, education, and our enjoyment of the outdoors. Head over to turflife.club and become a turf head. Join our club today. Get over there and snag your window decal. We'll have some other accessories and some other merchandise for you over there, some hats and T-shirts at turflife.club. But go check it out. We appreciate them as well. We will be back on Monday, boys and girls. We are From the Rough, and until then, keep hitting them straight. Today's episode is brought to you by the Highlands Performance Golf Center, North Dallas's premier golf practice facility with over 65 grass tees, 2 practice putting surfaces, a short game area, and an 18-hole mini golf course. With covered and heated tees, it's the best place to practice your game year-round. The Highlands Performance Golf Center is located in Carrollton on Trinity Mills, in between Marsh and Midway. Give them a call at 972-733-4111 or check them out on the web at highlandspgc.com.